Deep in the mountains sits a remote snow village, home to roughly 200 snow women who live in isolation. Every century, something extraordinary happens. Twin baby boys are born into this world. What sounds like a magical tale actually signals the start of terrible misfortune. The two brothers, Xiaoji, the elder, and Xiaojing, the younger, become the village's only male inhabitants. They're treated like royalty, given every luxury imaginable, but there's a cruel catch. They can never leave. The village has a horrific tradition. Whenever a boy is born, his mother dies instantly, and his father gets thrown into a dark prison where he's left to rot. Xiaoji grows up strong and fearless, while Xiaojing develops into a gentle, emotional soul. Following ancient customs, Xiaoji gets named village chief, though it's just a meaningless title. In reality, he's nothing more than a puppet controlled by the snow women. What they put him through would destroy any ordinary person. His body and mind slowly crumble under the pressure. The only thing keeping him going is his deep love for his younger brother. One day, Xiaojing approaches his brother nervously and admits he wet the bed. Xiaoji's blood runs cold because this means his brother has reached the age where he'd become eligible for the chief position. If the snow women discovered this, they'd take control of Xiaojing too. Without telling a soul, Xiaoji hatches a desperate plan. He gathers all the snow women and offers to sacrifice his own life, but only if they agree to set his brother free. The snow women, bound by their village rules, accept his bargain. Xiaoji secretly helps his brother escape during the night. But the next morning brings devastating news. The snow women's leader had quietly sent assassins to hunt down his brother. When Xiaoji demands answers, their response is ice cold. "We promised to let him go, but we never said we'd keep him alive." These words shatter Xiaoji completely. With no reason left to live, he climbs to a mountain temple, fighting through brutal snowstorms with tears streaming down his face. His heart breaks as he prays to the heavens, filled with both sorrow and rage. Every boy born in this cursed place either dies or becomes a slave, and he knows he'll meet the same fate. Meanwhile, another story unfolds about a different boy. His parents threw him into a filthy drain right after birth, but instead of bleeding red blood, a strange white liquid flows from his wounds. Not only does the child survive, but his eyes glow completely red like some kind of monster. An old woman takes him in, but her care comes without love. She forces him to do the dirtiest work, makes him sleep outside every night, and watches as village children beat him mercilessly. For years, he endures this abuse silently. But when someone steals an old necklace, the last gift from his birth parents, something inside him snaps. His body begins tearing apart at the seams. His teeth grow razor sharp, and his eyes burn red like flames. He's transforming into a monster, but he fights to control his rage because all he wants is his precious necklace back. The moment he touches it again, the beast within him calms down and he returns to human form. A mysterious man suddenly appears before him, someone who seems fascinated by monsters. He reveals that the boy is half human, half monster, born from the union of two different worlds. This stranger calls himself Shadow God, a renowned monster detective who's been called to investigate animal carcasses appearing monthly in the village. Shadow God suspects there's more to the story than simple monster attacks. Xiaoyu explains that every new moon, they find fresh animal remains by morning. This pattern means something will happen during the next new moon, so Shadow God decides to stay and observe. Xiaoyu begins to wonder if he's been the one killing these animals, but Shadow God assures him that as long as he wears the necklace, he can never transform into his monstrous form. Suddenly, a child who always tormented Xiaoyu starts screaming. Two bizarre creatures are attacking him. Xiaoyu and Shadow God rush to help. Xiaoyu snaps the neck of one creature, but the other proves more challenging. It's half deer, half wolf, faster and stronger than Shadow God, with wounds that heal instantly. As Shadow God weakens from the battle, Xiaoyu's inner monster awakens again. With one powerful blow to the throat, he breaks the creature's neck. Everyone thinks the danger is past, but then Shadow God pulls out his gun and aims it directly at Xiaoyu's head. He confesses that he didn't come to investigate, his real mission was to kill the boy. The shocking truth emerges: Xiaoyu's aunt, who leads the village, hired Shadow God to eliminate him. The villagers consider Xiaoyu nothing but a curse. When they try to kill him, something incredible happens. The bullet pierces straight through his heart, but he remains alive. Shadow God then asks if he still misses his parents, triggering a painful memory. The flashback shows a little boy getting upset about his mother's worn-out shoes. His emotions overwhelm him so much that he steals new shoes from a mall. His older brother scolds him, saying that no matter how poor they are, stealing is wrong. But then, the younger brother goes eerily quiet, his eyes turn dark, and disgusting worms start crawling out of his body, covering him completely. His mother grabs him, holding him tight while screaming that she's there for him. Firefighters immediately contact a yokai detective agency. Back in the present, Shadow God reveals that the bullet was just for show. He knew Xiaoyu's powers made him impossible to kill, but the fake assassination attempt was actually his way of helping the boy escape that village and start a new life. Shadow God brings him to his detective agency, gives him fresh clothes, and applies special perfume that masks his yokai scent. The agency's purpose is simple: eliminate monsters that threaten human lives. 2 other children live there, Jingjing and Mingji. Ming is also half demon, but Xiaoyu doesn't warm up to him. When Ming learns that Xiaoyu is younger, he immediately tries to act like a big brother. A new case arrives involving firefighters trying to rescue a mother and son. When they open the door, a tsunami of worms pours out and attacks them. The firefighters, overwhelmed and helpless, shut the door and abandon people inside. Shadow God explains these are Soni Chong, worms that don't kill humans but gather wherever hidden sins exist. Jing Jing, who's half spider, thinks he can stop them with his sticky webs, but the horrifying worms chew through them instantly. Xiaoyu volunteers to go inside. Shadow God remembers that Xiaoyu's body isn't made of regular blood, but some unnatural substance. He doesn't feel pain like normal people. If anyone can handle this, it's him. Xiaoyu dives into the sea of worms, closing his eyes and pushing down his fear. He's lived with dirt, worms, and hatred his whole childhood. This isn't new territory for him. He spots a shining object in the corner and grabs it. Immediately, all the worms scatter and disappear. The older brother cries, explaining that his mother was terrified of worms but sacrificed herself for her son anyway. Witnessing this, Xiaoyu stands frozen with strange sadness washing over his face. His own parents abandoned him, yet here was a mother embracing death to protect her child. Shadow God promises to find the boy's parents. They later discover the worms only appeared because of the stolen shoes. They're drawn to places where sins have been committed. The older brother returns the shoes, revealing that their mother was just a poor woman trying her best to care for her children. For the first time, Xiaoyu witnesses true humanity and compassion. But even greater danger awaits. Shadow God calls a woman with a knowing smile. She's his next target. In this world, only 2 major groups maintain the delicate balance between humans and monsters. The Tanuki demons led by Shadow God, and the 9-tailed fox clan controlled by a powerful woman named Feng Shang. Shadow God believes it's crucial for Xiaoyu to meet Feng Shang, but first he gives him a protective talisman with a warning to be extremely careful. Feng Shang is dangerous. She can trap humans in her illusions so effectively that even the police commissioner dances to her tune. So that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you want the next part. Until then, click here to watch another amazing anime recap.